Welcome to the over-underrated for Doom Eternal. You'll be forgiven for feeling a little bit of deja vu here, because yes, the last game I reviewed was Doom 2016, and I wasn't very kind to it. I considered it overrated and gave it a light 7 out of 10, which was way below the review scores. When people heard my criticisms of the first game, I was told that I had to play Doom Eternal as it dealt with all the issues I'd raised regarding Doom 2016. I won't go over them, the video is on the top right hand corner if you wish to watch it. Quick TLDR though, I grew up playing ID Software games, I played one professionally and I love fast paced adrenaline fueled games. So much so that yes, for me, Doom 2016 was boring and monotonous. So what about Doom Eternal? Well, I'm not going to spoil it for you, so here goes. Welcome to Lost in the World, where we will answer the question, is Doom Eternal over or underrated versus a weighted score of 88%. Let's go. Unlike Doom 2016, Doom Eternal absolutely nails its level design with some of the most impressive world building I have seen in a first-person shooter in a really long time. The design team were clearly given a lot more scope on what a Doom level could be in Eternal, and the results are truly spectacular. From the neon lights of the destroyed cities of Earth to the slain titans of Hell, the world of Doom Eternal is regularly breathtaking. The result is a dozen levels that span an incredibly diverse range of locations that eclipse anything you can find in Doom 2016 in just the first couple of hours. Outside of the unbelievable world design, the game has a real grit to it that was really lacking in Doom 2016. Doom Guy feels a lot more weighted and part of the planet. Something about the first person action moments just feel heavier to me. The way enemies are ripped upon the much larger variety of glory kill animations means the game just doesn't feel as repetitive. I have to show my true Quake nerdiness here and give a big shout out and a lot of love to whoever decided to put the Quake style ammo stroke armor pickups in the game. Thank you, I love you. When an enemy splits open and the much needed health and ammo pour out like a rainbow, it's a brilliant endorphin rush that you need every 30 seconds or so. I also felt the music this time around was a lot kinder to my ears. There were parts of 2016 that made me wince in pain. This time around, every track got the adrenaline pumping. The Vulcan engine also performs incredibly well, consistently hitting 144 FPS. All in all, an audio-visual feast.
I told you all to leave me here. I am where I belong. Saving your people will not bring you peace, only make the burden you carry worse.
Though the story won't win any Oscars or push the envelope for video games as a narrative vehicle, Doom Eternal has come on leaps and bounds from the previous iteration. Not just in its delivery of the story, which is significantly improved through its lore books, but in the full spectacle. The spectacle created by the incredible world building immerses you in the narrative of Doom Eternal. Gone are the closed corridors and interconnected rooms and factories, and in are incredible sprawling cities and palaces that really sell you on the lore and the history of the world Doom is built in. The core gameplay loop of Doom Eternal is a joy to behold. ID Software made some key changes to the combat in Eternal, which makes it stand head and shoulders above the previous game. The main chain of events in the game remained the same: throw a ton of enemies at you, kill the enemies to get health and ammo, and repeat. Hyper quick resource management is core to the Doom Eternal experience, and it's that much richer for it. However, the new additions to the player's kit catapult Doom Eternal's gameplay into the stratosphere. The addition of dash is a huge change to Doom, and though it's not strafe jumping or bunny hopping, it sure as hell isn't a bad replacement. The dash allows for maneuvering and firing at a rapid speed and completely changes the overall gameplay experience. It allows you to pull off clutch dodges and some incredible highlight reel kills. It feels like ID Software allowed there to be a skill gap for players in Eternal, and the whole experience is just that much better for it and feels unique to your own skill level. Added to the dash is the meat hook that comes with the super shotgun. This allows the player to hook into an enemy from a distance and swing around them, switching weapons mid-swing and pulling off some incredible combos. There is a flamethrower item that you're given early in the game that briefly sets enemies on fire. When those enemies are damaged, they drop armor for the player, and on kill they drop even more armor. This is a fantastic change to the game and really keeps the gameplay loop feeling fresh on a regular basis. This wasn't an addition I was aware of when I started playing the game, but it really added a lot of variance to your approach to every encounter. Every near-death experience can be brought back in your favour very quickly. This combos incredibly well with the meat hook mentioned previously and allows for some great little tricks and plays. The upgrade system this time actually enhances the gameplay experience by allowing you to kill and move even faster. This then feeds into the resource management loop you have on kill, and the whole experience is just at hyperspace all the time. The upgrades feel much more impactful with a movement system that prioritizes skill and speed. I went for a build that gave me speed on glory kills, another one that allowed me to launch into a glory kill from further away, and a final upgrade that allowed me to perform the glory kill quicker. The culmination of all three allowed me to deliver some cracked gameplay. Further upgrades that fill the dash quicker, effectively giving you more dashes, and another that refills dashes on glory kills. Throw in an upgrade for the super shotgun that allows your meat hook to set people on fire as well, thus generating armor while shotgunning them, and you just have a sensational loop of combat. Honestly, you have a game that is just providing you a fantastic gameplay experience that I haven't really experienced anything like in a really long time. I can't actually ever remember a game like Doom thrilling the senses in a way that this game does. While the previous title felt like it outstayed its welcome very quickly, Doom Eternal never gets old despite its longer playtime. Though the foundation of the fighting might be the same, there's far more variety here to keep it feeling incredibly fresh throughout. Often I just found myself in a competition with myself to see if I could serve up a better set of frags than I did the last time. A quick mention of the platforming sections, which seemed to get a lot of criticism from players, but I loved the change of pace. Also, they were pretty easy and quite enjoyable, so maybe some people need to load up some more Super Mario World or Yoshi's Island and get good. Double jump, dash and wall climbing create the opportunity for platforming puzzles and sprawling worlds that the developers have maximised to their full potential.
Attention, Samuel Hayden has fallen. The Ark is no more. Please evacuate immediately.
Doom Eternal is a clear improvement of everything its predecessor did right and wrong. Every additional gameplay design detail serves to propel the player forwards with as little friction as possible, with enough surprises and twists to prevent the formula ever getting anywhere near close to stale. Doom Eternal is a bloody masterpiece of glorious violence that may be the best the series has ever been. It's everything you could ever want, not only from a Doom game, but from an ID Software game, from a first-person shooter game, and from a game design standpoint. It is the natural evolution of modern first-person shooters, a magnificent upping of the stakes that is almost peerless in giving power and the feeling of skill and speed to the player, with plenty of content to keep coming back to while also being incredibly challenging. It's an incredible love letter to everything ID Software did so right in the 90s. This is the best game I've played since Ghost of Tsushima, and just saying that makes me feel great because as I get older, it's a lot harder for me to be impressed by a game. Sometimes I feel like I'm becoming that old dude who always says, Well, back in my day, they used to make games very different. Then Doom Eternal comes along and reminds me that when the kids do it right, with a new generation of kit at their disposal, there is just nothing else like it. The question is always, is Doom Eternal over or underrated? And versus a weighted score of 88%, the game is underrated, you'd be surprised to hear. I'm feeling a solid 9 on Doom Eternal and telling you that this is a must-play game. And that's it really. Thank you so much for listening and getting this far to the end of the video. Did you enjoy the game? Enjoy the review? Agree or disagree? Let me know in the comments. Hit me a like as it helps me defeat the evil YouTube algorithm. Thank you so much for watching. Take care and stay safe. I will see you all in hell.